Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to learn how to create spray rails for boats. But this technique obviously you can also use for other stuff, but in a moment you're going to see exactly what I mean by that. But before we're going to continue, two things. The first, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every time I'm releasing a new video. And second, I want you to go to my website, testreg.com. I'm going to put the link in the description. While you're here, it would be great if you can do a test for the hardware benchmark. But I also wanted to show you, it's the forum that I've created. You can see there are three categories: general, boats, design, and airplane. If you have any question, general one, just put in the general. Boats, just put them in the boats, and of course also airplane and the airplanes, and I'll do my best to help you. I just want to show you two projects with two guys that I've been for the past few weeks I was helping them to build. This is the first one, this amazing boat this guy built, and this one actually going to be built in real life. I look forward for the pictures to see how it's gonna come out. And yeah, he actually used all my videos that I've made about boat designs, and I also been helping him doing some new stuff. Amongst the things, it's the spray wheels. The second one, it's for airplanes. There's another guy also was inspired by my videos, and I'm helping him to build this one as well. And I just wanted to show you the level of detail that he has created, which is really impressive. This one is going to be printed. So as you can see here, he also created this kind of notch that's going to be printed out and can be glued to the other sides. So really cool stuff. So you can ask me, you can also ask them. By now they also have quite a lot of experience, and there is many techniques that I haven't showed anybody yet. I just showed them because they're really a lot. So I need to figure out how I'm going to put everything together, so you can see different videos in the forum itself. So with that said, let's continue. So in this video, as I mentioned before, we're going to learn how to create the spray rails. It's a very easy technique and it's really cool. You can create really a lot of amazing stuff, especially when talking about the boat itself. You can use this technique to change actually the shape of the boat in general, if you have just a little bit of imagination. I'm not going to show you exactly how to do this. I'm just going to focus on the rails, but I'm sure if after a while you're going to practice, really understand the technique, then you'll see the great potential that there is with it. So now I'm just going to go all the way back in the timeline. So right now we have nothing. The first things I'm going to do is I'm going to create a plan. And the reason I'm creating this plan here and not sketching directly on the surface is because I want to have my own, as you can see, origin right here. Because if I'm going to draw directly on this face, then I'm going to basically use the face's origin. So right now I have my origin right here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to project, just going to do a normal projection of the edges right here. And I'm going to click OK. So now that we have this edge, we can do the sketching. We can create any kind of profile that you want. So I'm going to start by creating something like this. Let me just go all the way right here. I'm just going to turn off this 3D sketching because it can be quite confusing. So as you can see, I didn't cut the projection, so I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to create a constraint, and this is completely destroyed the sketch. So let's just drag it, and it's not working either. So I don't know what happened here. Let's just create a new line from here to here. Now it would be a good idea to in general to create constraints and give dimension. Otherwise, if you make any kind of changes, it can actually destroy the sketch. But I'm assuming that the fact that I cannot drag right now those sketches, this one has to do with some of the new updates, and it's quite annoying, to be honest. Let's just see if I'm just gonna give it. Yeah, it's because we are on a 3D, that's why. So I'm gonna have to go back. So if something like that happened to you, so just remember, just go back for a second, create a new sketch. And now, as you can see, the 3D sketch is off. So it shouldn't be any problem now to do the sketches, and it should work. So the reason nothing really moved, it was because that I sketch under 3D sketches, and that's why. So let's do it again. I'm gonna go create like a profile here, and then I'm gonna go right here. As you can see, working much better. And now also we'll be able to move the profile. Yes. So this is my profile. This is gonna be profile number 1, and this one is gonna be profile number 2. I'm gonna do 2 of them. Now, what I also going to do is, in this case, I would like to give it some dimensions. Give it the angle, let's just say 50. And this one is gonna be, I just say 46, okay? And they're also quite big and they're quite large. So let's see if I can minimize it a little bit. So I think it's gonna be okay. Great. Now we are done with the profile. Just gonna hit okay. The next step is, now we need to figure out where the rail is gonna work, where we want it to end. So one, I'm going to end all the way here to the edge, and the other one we're going to end it just before. But let's start with the first one. So we're going to create, we're going to create a new sketch, and it's actually projection, and it's going to be on the profile side. And this one, as before, we're going to project this area right here. Yeah, it looks okay. Now we are going to create a point, and this point, it's going to be somewhere here. Now it depends exactly where you want the rail to end. That's where you're going to put the point, and you're going to understand exactly in a moment why I did all this stuff. It's very, very, very simple, very easy to understand it. And yeah, so this is it for now. So we can finish this one. Now comes the fun part. So we're going to create an axis with 2 points. So I'm going to take this point and this point. So now we have an axis here, and I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to go to the planet angle. You can find it here, this one. And I'm going to create an angle right here. I'm going to give it something like maybe a little bit more, 45 degrees. Now this angle is very important because it's going to tell us exactly the position of the spray rails, where it's going to be on the body. But we can play with it a little bit later. So it will be actually a good idea to create a user parameter, and then you can change it from there, instead of going to right click on it and then edit and so on. So it's going to save you a lot of time. For now, we can go to the construction, and I can hide the axis. We don't need it anymore. And the easiest way to do, we can either do a projection, or you can go to split face. We can use the face that we want to split, and we choose the splitting tool. It's this one, and you hit OK. So if as you can see here, now we created the rail. Now another thing which is very, very important, and this is going to affect the end results, it's the surface of the body must be nice and smooth. Okay, if the surface of the body is this here, it's not really nice and accurate, nice and smooth, the end result also not going to be that good. So bear in mind. Okay, now what's left to do is do a loft. So we have our close profile right here. We're going to select this one, and then we're going to select the point. So right now, as you can see, we have the option to create a loft from a normal profile to a point, but this one is going to do cutting, but I'm going to choose new body. Now what I found out is if you're going to try to create two rails, the result is not going to be good. So one rail, it's more than enough, and as you can see here, it gave us really nice results, plus minus what I'm looking for. But then again, it's just a question of the profile that we have created here, so we can change it, and then it's gonna affect also the end results. Okay, so this one looks good, and we're also gonna click OK. Now some situation there can be some issues regarding to those two bodies. They're not gonna touch 100% each other, so there could be a good idea maybe to draw the sketch profile a little bit more inside. Okay, and this way we can guarantee, we can be sure that that the two bodies later on when we want to combine them together, that there won't be any issues. Okay, so if you have something, you can see it right here. Sometimes in some areas they're going to be like spacing, and it's not going to look good, so that's why. So what I could do right now, I'm just going to show you, we're just going to show the dimension, and let's just say I'm going to change it to let's just say 56. As you can see, it's already changed. And if I want to create a much smoother, or as you can say, we don't want this edge, so it will be a much better idea to put some kind of a circle right here, you know, and make it really nice, like give it like you know, fillets effects instead of using the fillets, because use the fillets right here, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes depending on the situation. So it would be a good idea to go into the sketch itself, and let's just say, for example, I just checked the 3-point arc, so I'm gonna do an arc like this one, just say like that, and we just need to make sure that this one and this one it's also tangent. So there is no need to delete this area here. And now if we go to the first profile, I'm just gonna hit on Control, and I'm gonna select this one right here. Okay, so now we can see it looks different, it looks nicer. Now the only thing basically left is to really play with the angle, with the shape of the profile, and yeah, I'm sure you're gonna figure it out yourself from here. So this is how we can create this the first spray rail. As you can see, it's very easy, very simple, very fast, and it gives us really nice results. You see also the transition, and really nice. But some of these spray rails are not going all the way to the end, they're stopping right here somewhere in the middle. So what are we going to do is, it's also very simple. We're going to create an offset plane first. gonna take the center right here, and then I'm gonna decide, okay, where do I want it to end? So let's just say I want it to end, let's just say somewhere here. Great. So I'm going to create a new sketch here, and I'm gonna go to the slice, and then here now I know where I need to slice it. So I'm gonna go to project intersect, and I'm going to project the area that I need. Okay, so I already can see now this one's right here, the other one is going to be right down below. So I can just project this one. You cannot see one's been selected. Now you have the option either to put the point here at the top or here at the bottom. It's completely up to you, just play with it. It also depends on the end result, how you want it to end, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more in a moment. So exactly as before, go here, and we're gonna put the point somewhere here. I'm gonna click OK. So here we go. So we know we have this is the profile that we have, and this one, this one right here is the second point, but of course I can drag it easily if we're thinking that it's too close to the other one. And now we're doing exactly like before. We're going to create an axis through 2 points. So I'm going to select again this point here and this one right here, and I'm going to go and create a plane at angle. Choose this one, and again like before, I think it was 45 degrees. Yes. And we're going to modify split face. I'm going to choose this face right here, the splitting tool, it's this one, and voila. So we can just hide these two. So we have our rail right here. So now we can go again to the loft and choose this profile. I'm going to choose this point, make sure it's a new body, and we're gonna go and choose this one as our rail. Voila. So this is the second rail we have created. Now maybe it's too close, so what we can do is we can go to this profile right here. As you can see, it's ending right here. As you can see, all the way here. But in some situation, you might want to end it differently. So all you gotta do is just create another profile here. If you want to continue, and then break, so you can just gonna create the same, surface like I created here, this construction plane, and you can create, for example, let's go back to this one here. So all you gotta do is gonna slice it. So here the point, you're gonna do it a little bit further, and here you can create another for example, another profile. I just say something like that. Okay, and this profile, it's not closed. I'm not quite sure why not. It should be. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. So let's see if it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go to this one right here, and the other one, is it, I can see it. Yep, it's right here. So instead of the point, I'm gonna remove this one, and I'm gonna choose the profile. It's not gonna be that pretty because we need to create a profile that matches, and also we need to figure out the right size and everything. But as you can see now, so we have a profile right here that goes pretty much the same all the way right here. And then you can make sure, then you can create an ending, a really nice ending in the end. If you want to know how to, then please contact me on the forum, and I'm gonna show you exactly, because there are different ways to end it, and show me exactly a picture, exactly how they want it to end, and I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. So this is how you can create it. So we created 3 types of spray rails, okay? And this one doesn't look really that good. It looks kind of off right here. So all we gotta do is go back here, but I'm sure you already know what kind of profile you're looking for. And as you also can see that the other one is, yeah, if you're gonna create it like a round one here, we're gonna give it a fillet, it's gonna look much better. Okay, so as you can see, it's very simple. It's very powerful technique, and you can use it to really shape the whole, evenly the whole body of the hole if you want. So you can use it in very different ways. Yep, so this is the technique. If you have, again, any question, so don't hesitate to contact me over here. Just if it's about boats, so just create you know, a new post under the boats design, and I'll do my best to contact you as soon as possible. Just give me all the information. If you can create a screencast, even better. And many times also I'm going to ask you to create a screencast if I don't understand exactly what you need. And yeah, so I really want to concentrate all the technique and everything in one place. That's why I've created this forum. So if you are designing boats, you can just come here and look for the information that you need. It's going to be much easier. Fusion 360 forum, it's brilliant, but the problem is you got all the information in one place, and to filter the information that you want, it's going to be really challenging. But right here, you know, okay, this forum here, it's going to focus only on designing boats, and you're going to learn really a lot. Okay, only by going through for example, this one right here, going through the different videos, the different techniques, the different challenges that the other guy had, you're gonna learn really a lot of what I showed him, the different challenges, and how we did different stuff here. Okay, also the boat tool itself, I gave him some new technique that I haven't showed anyone yet. So please come here to this forum and let me know if you have any issues. And of course, again, the other guys, they're gonna help you because they already learned a lot by now. And again, as before, if you don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, thumbs up if you liked this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video, and stay safe. Bye bye.